like to welcome everybody to Let's Talk Racing. Tonight we got Matt Mullins and Steve Long and myself, Roger Brehm, in here heading everybody with the racing news out there and kicking out all sorts of poop.
No, we ain't doing that.
Well, you didn't hear about Tony Stewart's new girlfriend, did you?
Why?
There's rumors Kathy Griffin.
Yeah.
Kathy Griffith? No, really?
What can I say? That's what I hear.
Boy, that'd be an interesting pair.
Those two.
No, I like her. She's kind of fun. She can go overboard.
Yeah.
I will give her that. But she looks like she would be fun. She really does.
The two of them, their type of the way they are. Because they both. Tony likes to do the quips, and Kathy is already a comedian at heart already, so she's ready for it.
Oh, she's full-time comedian. She is
She
funny.
is
She really is hilarious. I really like her.
I didn't know. I hadn't heard.
I watched her at New Year's with
Yeah.
Anderson Cooper.
Yep.
Oh God, poor Anderson.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
with the red and the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I loved it. But yeah, that would be that. You just blew my mind away by saying that. Damn.
Whatever you thought about just went out the window.
Oh yeah, I just threw it straight out the window. And let me get this straight. We're gonna have Grant Enfinger
Grant Enfinger.
at 7:15.
Yep.
We're gonna have Danny the Dude Lasoski at 7:30. We're gonna talk about his new ride and his sponsors.
Cassie Gannis.
And then Cassie Gannis, and she's gonna run ARCA this year,
Yep. That's what it's
or
looking
at least Daytona.
like. Yeah.
Is that the kind of the plan?
That's what it's looking like so far.
K&N West driver. Rico Abreu, Chili Bowl, we were just talking about it. Great little driver. He is now going to run. He's actually running this weekend in New Smyrna in a late model.
Cool.
So
well, he's got a contract with Turner Motorsports.
Turner Motorsports. He's going to be running K&N East.
Now I hate to say this, and I don't want to make this sound politically incorrect, but it just hit me wrong when they were talking about somebody who won the midget sprints. And then all of a sudden I look on to see who it was, and I just sort of shook my head. And I said, hold on, don't tell me they have a whole class just for the smaller people.
A midget won the midget series. But you know what? I seen Rico run on TV here probably into last year is really when he started picking up, and I didn't know that he was a midget, or a dwarf, or however he is classified. Little person.
Vertically challenged.
Little person. But once I saw that he was, I was like, wow, this cat's great. And he is. He's a great little driver. And we were just talking about it. I watched the whole Chili Bowl, and wow, just impressive. No other, just impressive. There's no other way to put it. So, and so Cassie's going to be at 7:45. Wood Brothers. You hear about the Wood Brothers?
They are the oldest racing
Guinness
team in
Book of
NASCAR.
World's Record recognized them as the oldest team in NASCAR.
No, but I didn't hear nothing about it.
You didn't hear about it? What was it? I forget how long they had it classified.
Yeah.
65 years.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. In 97 was NASCAR's 50th anniversary, wasn't it?
NASCAR's 50th, yep, and 90.
So 207 would have made 60.
Yeah, 65 years.
Ah.
Can you
68.
Can you imagine it? And they're still going. Leonard and Eddie Worth, they're still going.
68.
68 years. So.
Wow.
Impressive. The only one that would have been closer would have been Junie Donlavey.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he would be the only one that would have been.
Yeah, of course, if Tiger Tom had kept going or had a race team, but he was racing.
He
was
didn't
racing
have
for
a
other
race
people.
team. I don't think he ever had really a race team.
Yeah, he always raced for somebody else.
Yeah. What else do we got here? I had some notes here, and they're all scribbled out.
You're doing good.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I actually got some notes. Next week, got it covered. We got a hit and run. It's going to be all dirt.
A dirt night, okay.
Brian Tidball, Virginia Motor Speedway is going to come down. We're going to talk about their schedule, what they got going on. what's going on in the world, late models, and then we're getting a schedule. We'll have it out sometime this week. He's going to Pennsylvania. Hey, all right, that's right. Put your phones on.
I already did.
That's all the people hitting us on Twitter.
Twitter? Cool.
Twitter.
But they we've got a lineup coming, so. And I'm looking forward to talking to Danny. He got a brand new ride this year. It's going to be good. So he took it over at the end of last year. So, ought to be good.
Who's he running for? I forgot.
Time out. I'll have it for you in a minute.
You know, we could get
Game.
old and die before he gets that, you know.
Game. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I believe you on that.
You notice we now have our dual cameras back up and operating
I
again.
see that. Oh, come on. Do this for me. Do. What are you doing? It is game something. Do. I got the pictures of the cars here. It looks good too. Big game motorsports. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right.
And I'm gonna check with him, but I think Guy Forbrook's still the crew chief on that. And Guy Forbrook's been around since the Stone Age, crew chiefing for cars. So
God, he's as old as you.
yeah, he's been around a long time. But I tell you what, one of the best, one of the best.
There's the difference.
Yeah. He looks better than I do.
Equal opportunity, right?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that stuff on your face? You gonna shave it, or
I
or
kind
make
of
it-
clean. Yeah, I meant to shave today, and
You gotta put some Nutri-Grow on it or something like that.
So I accidentally trimmed the goatee down a lot further than
Oh, I know what it was. He spilt weed and feed on it. That's why it's not growing.
I didn't do that. It's growing pretty good actually. So I let it
I know,
go
you're
for
just-
November. It got real
Yeah.
straight.
You're just jealous.
It got big for
I
November.
already had to trim this right around Christmas time.
So,
What was sad was couldn't go to the malls. All the kids kept looking. Especially when you go like this and having my Santa hat
Santa
on.
Claus, yeah.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I don't know really much. Arena racing started back up. I haven't really talked to anybody about it.
I don't hear diddly.
And everybody's gearing up for Daytona.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, a lot of people went out there practicing. And,
Tony Stewart was actually at the Chili Bowl, and
yeah,
they put him to work.
yeah, he was driving around one of the trucks.
He took care of that
Good
track,
yeah.
the whole week. He made it.
You gotta have one more surgery?
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to have it before Daytona. I think that's going to be down the road. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's down the road. He did have a rod, and he seems to be doing real well. So, and I think if he didn't have that surgery, he would have been running in the Chili Bowl.
Really?
I think so.
I think
My-
sponsors are all
Entirely
Oh
possible.
yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think he'll sponsor himself.
right. No. His cup sponsors.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll
He's got
have
a lot on the
you know,
table then.
and I go for it. I think he should. I think he needs to get back in a sprint car.
I've got no problem with it.
Yeah, I think he should, and I think my opinion is if he wants to race, let him race.
He's got a brain bucket. Anything he wants to get into?
Yeah.
Any of them. I don't care. Any
He's
of the
a
43.
big boy.
Yeah.
He's an adult. Let him go race.
That's right.
More power to him. You know.
And this chokehold that Hendricks has on Casey Gannis.
You know, I don't know if it's so much Hendricks that does it, or if it's and I might be wrong about this,
Did you read
but I
Casey
think
article?
it could be
There was a
the
long article about how Hendricks, Mr. Hendricks, is the one that's telling them no.
and
But he's got
that
five
could
sprint
be,
rides this year.
and that could be.
Well,
But I always thought it might be the PR firms that come down and said no, you can't. And I know every
There
contract's
might be
different.
pressure on Hendricks to say no.
Yeah,
then
and that could
he's
be
got the
it from the
ultimate
sponsors
line,
and all that.
yeah, because I talked with Elliott Sadler one time about when they were getting those guys to come out to Langley. They raced at late models when I still had my late model. I talked with Elliot. Elliot said in his contract he's not allowed to run anything other than what they have set.
And that could be true.
So, I mean, you want your driver to be healthy and race only your stuff, you'll put it in the contract. You can't race for anyone else
Oh, that's right.
unless we authorize it, you know?
And right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Petty Motorsports, they're moving their shop.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
The shop, the big shop, the Richard Petty, not the museum and all that.
Right.
Just
Well, I
the
know
shop
the
in
I know the
Concord
museum
is moving. Yeah, I seen something on that they were moving.
I know the
But
museum
how about that,
station
Sam Hornish going there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I really am. I think Sam will do well. I've always liked Sam.
I'd like to see him in some better equipment. See what he really
Yeah,
is.
I really would. Yeah, instead of being a third wheel
Right.
and
Right.
you know, I think he did all right at Penske. I think he needed more of a chance.
I also think, coming from where he did, that he needed a little bit more help with the change.
Well, and you
I
know,
don't know if he necessarily got it.
in saying that, in saying that, I think Danica's in the same boat too.
Yes.
I don't think she's getting, because we've seen this before with like Jacques Villeneuve when he came over and tried running, and you see that the languages have gotten so different. It's not like when Mario Andretti and AJ Foyt and them guys would come over. The languages were still pretty similar,
Right.
so they could adapt
Yeah.
a little bit.
Now you've got the engineers in.
Now you got the
Yeah.
engineers, and they're
Yeah.
calling downforce and side force, and they're using all these different names that I don't even think they know what they're saying sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I think that if Sam got into the right
How's the side
position,
suck?
Hey,
What?
yeah,
we can always get Cliff on here.
Cliff.
Daniels.
You know what? I haven't thought about that. I'd like to get Cliff on there. I haven't talked to him in a while. I need to go see your dad. They do a big Toys for Tot every single year over in over at their shop in Smithfield. So I'd love to talk to Cliff. And Tiff's working for Hendricks actually.
Oh, wow.
Or is she
Yeah,
actually
she's
working for Lowe's?
No, I think she's with Hendricks now.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's
'Cause
Lowe's or not.
She either,
She was working for an impact company.
but she was handling the Lowe's account for Hendricks on Jimmy Johnson.
That could have been. I thought she went to Hendricks though. Don't hold me to that. I'm not sure. So
If you really
we'll have
want to know,
check
I
on
can get up with her.
Yeah, I can get up with her too. But he's still at Stewart.
Oh yeah, he's Tony's engineer.
Engineer, yeah. So
As I
smart
said,
kid.
Yeah.
Very, very smart kid. I ran Legends with him when he was a kid. I did. A little shit beat up on me all the time too. So he was good. It really was. Really good. And Cliff and that whole family and Tiff and Charlie are all just really great people. I think highly of them. So we ran Bandoleros together with Cliff. So
Going back a couple of days, buddy.
Jesus, that was 15 years ago at least.
Yeah, probably.
16 years ago. So
Brad said he might be calling in a couple minutes late. But
Was he supposed to be at 7:15?
yes, remember you had Danny. At
Yeah, I got
7:30,
Danny at 7:30. He's down in Florida racing. So
Who, Danny?
yeah.
Oh, that's right. He's, yeah.
So actually, when I talked to him this morning, he was at the car wash. They were cleaning the car. So you know. What else is going on? What else? I got off track on something. Richard Petty moving. We were talking about Sam Hornish and Eric Amarola. They'll be with Petty.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, I'm kind of excited, looking forward to. I'm excited about the NASCAR year this year. I really am. I think it's going to be a good year. I think you're going to see a lot of different driving techniques this year.
After last year's
Because of what
experience.
happened last
That's
year,
right, absolutely.
I think it's going to bring a whole lot more excitement. It's really going to
Every
be
race.
every single race.
Yeah.
Yep, every single race. You know, and it's going to be that. It's going to be no holds barred. I think from start to finish.
Yeah, it has to be.
The best time to watch a race is going to be after 100 laps.
Yeah. Yeah. Things settle down. Everybody knows what they got.
Everybody knows what you got. TMG, the motorsports group. What's his name from over in Virginia Beach? The plumber Curtis Key
Yeah.
hired Ron Hornaday to drive the number 30
In the
Sprint
Cup Series.
in the Cup Series.
Cup Series.
So full time, the way I understand it. So I think Hornaday will do good for a startup team. He'll do really well.
Help them with the growing pains. Yeah.
Yep, he'll help them. Definitely, he'll help them with the growing pains, and he'll help them, and I think it'll be all right. So
That'd be him.
and Hornaday will do a pretty good job.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a good
I
shot.
like him.
Yeah.
I really do. I've always liked.
He's a
No
holds barred kind of guy.
The best restarter I've ever seen in my life. He can snooker anybody on a restart.
I'd like to see him and Kyle Busch line up.
You're gonna get that chance. You are gonna get that chance. That's all I got to say about that. So
There was I put a prank post on several Facebook pages about that NASCAR was going to do away with drafting totally, no bump drafting. The only thing they were going to allow was harvesting. Do you know how many people did not read the last part of that post? They were getting pissed about NASCAR changing the rules again. And I would post down a few lines later, does anybody realize this was a prank post about harvesting?
Yeah.
And then a couple of guys says, yeah, some people are a little slow, or some people don't read everything and they get pissed off about stuff. It was hilarious. I mean, would you believe, I would probably say I posted that like at the beginning of the year. And I am still getting, it is still getting posts on there about it. Just some people.
are we still waiting?
Well, it's only 7:18.
Yeah.
He'll call when he calls.
Hey.
You get stuff posted now or text?
No. I was thumbing through the Facebook and read a couple of things.
So I put him up a nice laptop and he goes,
I love my iPad. I'm sorry. I just.
excuse me, you can't mention iPod, they don't sponsor. Get them to sponsor. Get them to sponsor. We'll mention it.
Yeah.
Oh, Terry O'Connell. She's going to try to Dancing with the Stars.
That'll be interesting. I'd like to see her
Hey,
do that.
if Mike, if what's his name can do it, Michael Waltrip.
Yeah.
He didn't do that bad though, because he's got
The
that.
only thing that carried him, and I hate to say it, was the NASCAR people probably voted for him to stay in. Because he had some really low scores.
It still takes a lot to get up and do that. So you gotta give him kudos, for that, for trying.
I wouldn't do it. Not unless I lost another 100 pounds.
Hey, there we go.
Let's talk racing.
How do you get this thing out?
I don't know. Push
Hey,
OK.
Grant, stand by. We'll start you on. Grant, on time for his time. Push his line and speaker. The line that's lit. Hey, Grant.
That thing's too technically advanced for me. Hey, Grant, how you doing tonight?
By the way, happy birthday tomorrow.
I appreciate it, and thank y'all for having me on the show.
Now, I hate to say this, you're hitting the dreaded what number now?
Say that. Oh yeah, I'm getting over the hill in racing years. It seems like once you graduate high school, you're about over the hill. So I'm turning the big 3-0 tomorrow. So I'm pretty old in racing terms.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's all right. The average age of us in here is probably in the close to the 50 or plus area.
I think plus, yeah.
I'm the youngest one in here, so.
Puppy.
So
30? I got t-shirts older than you are. And they're still in style.
Oh man, it's been a good ride so far. So.
Grant Enfinger, tell us a little bit, give us a little bit of background, and let's get this ball rolling here.
Man, we've obviously came off a great 2014 in the Arctic Series, and finished runner-up in the championship chase, but able to win 6 races, and I joined over here at GMS Racing towards the middle of last year, and and been over here ever since, and been loving every minute of it.
And getting ready, you were just testing down in Daytona, weren't you?
Yes, we did do some testing with GMS Racing down there. So my teammate Scott Sheldon is he was down trying to get some seat time and hopefully get his car a little bit more dialed in than it was last year. And you know, I feel good about it. This new Elmore motor package. There's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, I feel like, with it. But we got a step in the right direction this past weekend, and I feel really optimistic about 2015.
Are you going to run a full-time ARCA series this year?
There's nothing official as of right now, but things are starting to look more positive for me. And man, we've been really working hard with everybody at GMS Racing to try to put something together that brings us all together again next year. And the stuff is looking more positive for 2015 than it has in a while.
Well, good. Well, you're getting an old man. You know, you got to get things going now, right?
I know it.
Teach those young ones how to do it.
You got anything going for the truck series?
You know, there's a whole lot of trucks over here at GMS Racing, and I sure wish I could say that I did, but there's nothing official right now. There's a lot of people working hard to make something like that happen. That's definitely a little farther off than I feel like some of the opportunities are. So just time will tell. But if something does happen or if something doesn't happen, it won't be from lack of effort. There's a lot of people in my corporate trying to make this deal happen. So I'm hoping we can make some truck races in 2015.
How much does a tire cost?
Yeah, a tire is very expensive. If anybody was wondering, it's about $500 a piece.
Oh, Matt, you can handle that.
Yeah, it was like it was like $1,200 a set. You know, the last time that I checked on it, and now they're leasing them. You don't own them.
Yeah, it's roughly about $2,000 a set. So
Yeah.
There's nothing inexpensive about this racing business.
No, you know how you make $1 million in racing?
You probably start out with $10 million and run a couple of years, and maybe you
That's-
come up with $1 million.
got
Yeah,
that
spend
That's
$3
the
million.
ticket. That's the ticket.
Yeah. So, but it's like anything else. Grant, I'm going to ask you, and I know a little bit about your background, and we were just talking about, cup drivers and all that, if they can go race other things, like Tony Stewart will go do the sprints and the late models and the modifieds. Somebody comes up and offers you a ride, would you take it?
Yeah, absolutely. So just tell me where I'm going, and tell me all about it once I'm on the way. So I've kind of always tried to, take whatever opportunity I can that gets me behind the wheel and make the most of it. Sometimes that's a late model at the Snowball Derby. Sometimes it's a ARCA car. Sometimes it's a truck. So, we did a little bit of dirt racing last year in the ARCA series. We were fortunate enough to be able to win the dirt race at the DuQuoin Mile. So I've actually had a couple of people talk to me about running their modified sometimes. So I like all types of racing, and I definitely wouldn't turn anything down.
I would try to work yourself an Eldora truck deal, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, those guys get after it, and I definitely think that looks like a lot of fun. There's a lot of heavy hitters in that, so it would definitely be fun to do it sometime.
Well, you really wouldn't need a pretty truck to run there, though.
Exactly.
Just
Nobody's ever finished. They've only run the race 2 years, I guess, but nobody's ever finished with a pretty truck. That is for sure.
And to be honest with you, and I know you'll agree with me, they need to run more races like that, because in all actuality, I know you have heard of him, and everybody in the racing world has heard of him, but it made Norm Benning a household name after that first race.
That's right.
He really did, and I've been at it a long time, and you know, that's probably the most exposure he's had, and it was a nail biter. I was on the edge of my seat just like everybody else watching that, so I was happy for him, and it was a heck of a show.
Yeah. It was. Well, and last year was just as good. It didn't have as much excitement. I thought the racing was a little bit better, you know, because Norm got in on the heat race, you know.
Right.
So, but the racing was still good. Did you watch the Chili Bowl this year?
Oh yeah, we definitely watched the Chili Bowl. So saw Rico whoop him up, and I tell you what, that's one of those races. I've never even come close to getting in a midget, but whether I'm in one or just watching, I gotta make it to the Chili Bowl. That's definitely on my bucket list.
There's certain races in life that you have to go to. You have to go to the World 100 in Eldora. You have to go to the Knoxville Nationals in Knoxville, Iowa. You have to go to the Chili Bowl.
Don't forget Syracuse.
You forgot one. You gotta go to the Snowball Derby as well. So
Yeah, well, yeah, and we were just talking about the Syracuse when the late models and the dirt mods and all that hit Syracuse Mile. That is another one, yeah. So, but yeah, the Snowball, that's actually a pretty good. Did you go down there this year?
yes, we ran fifth with Crooks Racing. Been fortunate to run that race for quite a few years in a row here now. Growing up in that area, that part of the country, that's kind of like the hometown race. I try to make it through every year. So it's if anybody hasn't experienced it, man, it's intense. It's my favorite week of the year.
It can also be kind of an expensive weekend, can it?
There's like we were saying earlier, there's nothing inexpensive about any form of racing. So it's definitely expensive. You definitely go through some tires down there. If it's full of Top Flag Speedway, but there's just something about the Snowball Derby that makes it exciting. You're down there for an entire week. Everybody's got their A game on. Everybody throws everything they got at it to qualify. And you got another whole day to work on race stuff. So it's a little bit of a drawn out race, but you know everybody's putting their most effort in, and just to make the show is a big deal. So it's one of those races. Like I said, I try to make it through every year. I've been fortunate enough to be in some good equipment this year with Crooks Racing.
Is there some after race, or I should say that's usually like a weekend thing, after race day shenanigans going on that you can talk about?
I don't know, there's so much shenanigans, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people having a good time because it really starts on Tuesday night and the race isn't until Sunday. So, and it's the first weekend of December, so all your NASCAR guys are off and they're down there, and man, it's just a blast. If y'all haven't been, y'all need to go, and you won't regret it.
I got to make it down there. That's one, and I almost thought about going this year, and I've heard a lot of good things about that. That's one thing I want to go see. So,
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Grant, we're going to get you off of here real quick. We've got we're going to call Danny Lasoski, and he's getting ready. I think he's getting ready to race tonight. He has some stuff going on, so I got to get him in here at 7:30. But I want you to get your sponsors and everybody talked in, and we got to promote them a little bit.
Absolutely. So I definitely have to thank everybody at GMS, Allegiant Travel, Alamo Rental Car, Triple K Construction, and Worth USA. So we've got a lot of stuff in the works, and hopefully we're ready to announce something pretty soon.
Well, when you get it to where you can announce, give us a call.
Thank y'all very much.
All right, Grant. Thanks.
Bud.
Bye. He's a good kid. I like Grant. He's
Very
a kid.
personable.
Yeah, very personal. Very good kid. So
Compared to us.
everybody's a kid compared to us, man. I'll tell you.
Cliff Daniels, I told Cliff we were talking about him, he said, I hope it was good.
Oh yeah, it was. Are you gonna call?
Getting ready to. That's why I was getting ready to look it up, but he texted me at the same time I was. Pull up Danny's number.
I wrote it down and gave it to you.
I already have it.
I know, but I wrote it down and gave it to you.
Yeah, I threw it away.
Okay, Weird Al Yankovic is coming to the Ferguson.
I saw that, yeah.
in August. You want to go?
Well, that depends. Where I'm living at the time.
Oh, we're going to talk about that afterwards.
Hello?
New opportunities.
Yeah, that's Roger. Hang on a second. We'll put you online.
Got him? Okay, did it transfer?
Push the blinking light.
Danny, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, welcome aboard.
Yeah, I'm going to give you an introduction because you might not know it, but you deserve this. Dover, Missouri driver, 2001 World of Outlaw champ, Sprint Car Hall of Fame 2011. You've won the Nationals 4 times, 98, 01, 03, 04. You won 1 race in IROC at Talladega, I believe.
Texas.
Texas, that's it. But you won 3 Canadian IROC races too, didn't you?
Correct.
Okay, I didn't know that. All around great guy. Love talking to you. Welcome back to the show. Danny Lasoski. You're down in Florida racing, aren't you?
Now, down in Florida at the Mecum Car Auction, I don't start racing in Florida until February 5th.
Oh, you're down in Mecum. Oh, I didn't know that. How's that going?
That's going well. They got 2,800 cars for sale down here, and it's an 11-day auction, and it's going well.
Wow. Mecum, they've been on Velocity a little bit, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah, now it's on NBC Sportsnet.
Tell us a little bit about your new ride. I got 3 things I really want to talk to you about tonight. So I want you to tell us about your new ride and your sponsor. And damn, I just had it in front of me and I forgot, I lost it.
Very excited about teaming up with Todd Coring and Guy Forbrook. And we're going to be running the Big Game Car, which is sponsored by Muddy. It's a new company that Todd has purchased, and very excited, along with MC Power and of Kansas City. Very excited with Al Parker Horsepower, and looking forward to a good season. Excited to be back with Guy, and going to run an NSL season in Knoxville. And just very excited about the whole operation.
Now, is this going to be a 410? Are you gonna tour around and hit the World of Outlaws, or are you gonna just wherever you can run, you're gonna run?
Yeah, we got a 65 race schedule planned, and we're starting in Florida with the World of Outlaws. Going to go from Florida to Las Vegas and Tucson, then start the NSL series in the Midwest, and then when the World of Outlaws are in the Midwest, run those. When that Knoxville season's over, then we're going to come and run out east a little bit like the Williams Grove Open and go to Charlotte.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yes.
So, Muddy, what is Muddy?
It is a safety wear harness company that does all safety things for hunters, like in the trees, so they don't fall out when they're hunting.
Ah,
And if you go on to money.com, you'll read all about it. It's a new company, and we're Danny Lasoski's branded to it, and we're going to see if we can't put that on the map.
Well, I'm sure you will, and glad that you've got this ride. And Guy Forbrook, anybody in sprint car knows this name and has probably wanted him. And you've worked with him quite a bit before, haven't you?
Yeah, we sure have. We worked a lot together back in the 90s, and also actually in 2008 we won. I think it was 8. We won the Knoxville Championship together. But very excited to work with him. You know, first of all, it's an honor because when Guy teamed up with Big Game and Todd Coring, they asked him, "Hey, we want to run next year. Who do you want?" And the first phone call was to me. So that was such an honor that he would think of me and want to race with me.
And you guys have already had success this year. You were the Winter Heat champion down there this year, weren't you?
Yeah, we went to Winter Heat and we took my own car, my own Schnee car with a Kistler engine, and we went down and we won a race, run third in 2 of the other ones, and came away with the championship.
Are you still excited about getting in that car every night, or when you're racing? Do you still get that blood boiling?
That's funny you ask. I just talked to my wife last night about this same subject. I'm 55 years old, and I have more desire, more drive, more burn than I did when I was 21 years old. And it's hard to believe, but I want to win. You guys have no idea what's going through my veins right now. But to come back and I feel strong. I feel actually in better shape than I was when I was 25. But very excited, to have the opportunity to be able to race for such a great team, and looking forward to the 15 years.
And we're looking forward. I'm really looking forward to seeing you race because I enjoy it when I look for you. Every single thing that comes on, or if I go to a race, I always look for you because I know you're one of the great guys of the sport.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that.
And I'm going to ask you. I want to ask you about the sport itself, and I want to kind of add the midgets into it. And I know you stay mainly with the sprint, but you stay pretty much on the pulse of the sport. How strong is the sprint car in the midgets? How well is that being perceived? You know, is it still the big draw that it should be?
I think you're seeing, if you have been to Charlotte and you've been to the Winter Series, you can answer your own question because it's phenomenal. And then the new bumper attendance at the Chili Bowl with midgets in the crowd, and just everywhere we've been, and the enthusiasm of the new NFL series that's coming through the Midwest, as well as the Renegade series that's going to go through Ohio. I mean, everybody's buzzing about sprint car racing, and I'm just very excited to be a part of it.
What about midgets? I know you don't run them, but is that still strong? I mean, the Chili Bowl, you're going to get 300 cars, but you know, are they still running all over the place? I guess is the best thing to ask.
I guess I'm not really up on the midget part of it. You know, I know the Power Eye is very strong as well as USAC, but I don't get to watch it very much. But when I do, I try to watch. You know, it's great. It's entertaining. I've got a lot of good buddies that drive them.
And you've run the Chili Bowl, haven't you?
Yeah, I ran fourth. Excuse me, I've run second 4 times and never won the race. I've won preliminary nights, but never won the final. So I'm going to go back one of these days and see if we can't win one of the drillers.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're not the only one that hasn't won and has done real well there, but yeah, you need to go back and get you a driller. Those are pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
I want to talk about Rico a little bit.
Okay.
And you've run with him in sprint cars, haven't you?
Yeah, race with him in sprint cars. Yes, sure have.
Is he that good?
He's a great talent. Got a lot of desire, and my hat's off to him. You know, he did a phenomenal job at the Chili Bowl. I actually got to watch it on TV. He's got a heart of gold, and he's in the right place. You know, he wants to race no matter what it is, whether it's a midget, sprint car, stock car. And I commend him. He's a young kid. Let him have at it.
And I agree with you. He was so smooth in that race. I did get to watch that. And it was just incredible because he was doing it like nobody else was. And he was just out there whipping their butts.
Yep, he did a great job. And again, I think he'll do really well in stock cars as well.
Yeah, they announced that he did get a ride with Turner Scott.
That is true.
So that'll be interesting. I'll be looking forward to that. I know you're down there, Meekum. I know you're working, and I know you're having a good time down there. I'm going to get you on here again soon real quick. We're going to come back and we're going to do a dirt show here. And so I'm going to... Oh, that's another thing I meant to ask. Steve Kinzer and Sammy, they're hanging it up, or so they say. How long do you think that's going to last? Steve's already broken his retirement.
Yeah, Steve Kinzo, he'll run 50 races this year, and I'm sure you'll see Sammy back out again as well.
Yeah. Are they really fun to run with?
Well, they're great competitors. You know, when you race both of them, they don't give an inch, and we don't give them an inch. Whenever you get on the racetrack with either one of them, you know you got to earn it.
Yeah. They seem like they're the kind of guys that what the best way to put it is, you run them clean, they'll run you clean.
I'll plead the fifth on that
one. Okay, we'll accept that one on that one. Danny, go have a good time down there at Meekum, and like I said, we're going to catch you here real soon. I'm going to have another dirt night, and I'm going to have nothing but sprint cars. So,
well, please have me back on. This was my pleasure at any time.
All right, Danny, thanks, and good luck, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you, sir.
All righty, bye-bye. I enjoy him just so much. He's just such a pleasure.
You can't tell that he's been in the business a while, can
No, no. You know, and that's the way he is. And that's the way these sprint car guys are. They're just
real.
They're real. I love it. I still want to do it. It still makes my blood boil, you know. And it's just like, you know. And he's one of them. And he's a great guy all around. Really is. Really a fun guy.
When he's pleading the fifth.
Well, I know why he was pleading the fifth. We're just gonna leave it alone. Okay, we got Cassie Gannis, right?
Yep.
Oh, Danny Smith, another one. Running sprint cars forever and a day,
Yeah.
inducted into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Congratulations! So happy that when I seen that and he announced it, and it was just like,
Yep.
way to go. He's one that's highly deserving of it. So, and that's right. Then next week is the Hall of Fame induction, isn't it?
I think so.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
So that'll be really interesting. What you got going on there?
No, just kind of scrounging.
Oh, you're just scrounging?
Yeah.
Finding anything good? I don't see
Anything
that.
on dirt's good.
Anything's good. Yeah, you're like me. You're a big dirt fan.
Yeah. Mud in the blood.
Yeah, mud in the blood. It's there. I'm trying to find something.
There's the buses.
Yeah, those things are cool. We went and saw them when they were up at VMS, and
I love a mud bus.
they were great to watch. They were really
When
fun.
they get hiked up, it's just.
Oh, it's
and
amazing.
Driving a big block? Oh, yeah.
Let them roll.
Yeah.
What I thought was so funny, and why they did it, they made them put mufflers on them. And so they're real quiet, and it was okay,
Well, it depends on the area that you're in.
Yeah, well, when they came down to VMS, but I was talking with a friend of mine there, and we were sitting there watching them and practice and all that, and he says, man, they're just going to be boring. They're just all stretched out. It's just going to be boring. It's not going to be a regular race. Well, they dropped the green on the feature with 36 cars, and they were 4 wide before they got to the flag stand. And I was like, this is not going to be interesting at all. But and just put on a whale of a show. It was great. Danny Johnson was there, and all the big dogs came down from the New York. Brett the Jet Hearn was there, and McCready. Tim was running.
Tim, yeah.
And oh man, it was great. Watching Tim McGrady race anything is exciting. And he ran at the Chili Bowl too, and was one position out. He finished 7th. He had to finish 6th in the last beat. But I'll tell you what, he lost it on the last corner, the last lap. And somebody snookered him and got underneath him. But drove a whale of a race. He had to pass like 10 cars. So.
I'm going to show my age and tell you I raced against Barefoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dad!
Anybody that's ever been into racing, there's certain names that come up. And Bob McCready is one of them.
Yes.
Everybody knows who he is. Buzzy Rudiman is probably one of them. David Rudiman's dad. Sonny Hendricks. Steve Kinzer.
Will Cagle.
Will Cagle. Everybody knows who Will Cagle is. Jack Ingram. Know these names.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, you know these names. You know who they are.
Iron Man.
The Iron Man, yeah. And I'd like to get Jack on here one time. I think he would be fun to talk to.
Yeah. Billy Decker.
I got it.
There's a new company taking over all the trailers that are for souvenirs on the racetrack.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there's going to be no more trailers. It's going to be all affordable.
Fanatics is the name of the company.
Fanatic, yeah, it's going to be all portable. That's not going to work out well.
Hi, Cassie.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Cassie. We're just sitting here kind of BSing a little bit right now, and probably not making friends on that. And Cassie, we're gonna get you. We were just talking about the company that just took over the sales of t-shirts, souvenir trailers, and I thought it was a cool idea. Pull up in a trailer, all your stuff's there.
Done. So. Yep.
That's my opinion. I might be wrong. Cassie Gannis, right?
Yeah.
Phoenix, Arizona. You've been on the show before, so. Race card extraordinaire. How old are you?
I am 23.
23. Man, got all these kids.
30, 20,
33, 23,
Yeah.
Anybody 40 years old and under is a
55.
kid to you?
55. I got Danny beat. That was the only one I got beat tonight. Can-In West driver, going to run the little ARCA. Been down testing. How'd that go?
Well, it was great. I got out for the ride and everything, so I'm going to be racing out there in February for the ARCA race at Daytona, so we're pretty excited about that.
So who are you going to be running with?
I'm waiting for Roger Carter.
Just trying to get a plug in there.
Roger Carter, yeah, he's trying to get you a plug there. And how, Annie, what's the plans after that? Where are you gonna, what's the deal? You're gonna run, I know you're gonna run Daytona, but what's gonna happen after that?
That's just up in the air right now. It just depends on sponsorship. Roger wants me to race for them full time and everything, so it all depends on sponsorship and what we can do from there. If not, hopefully a few K&N West races and then bring my stipulates out in the meantime.
You, oh, so you still running late models and all that down in Phoenix?
Yeah, I own my stipulate model, so that's not going anywhere.
You gonna come out east, any?
We're thinking about it. We're thinking of doing the snowball derby next year, well, this year coming up, so hopefully we can do that.
Yeah, we were just talking to Grant Enfinger, and he goes down and does a snowball derby every year. Yeah, you got a super late, you got an offset chassis. There ain't, well, past series. Yeah, you can do, yeah, the past series does
Yep.
offset chassis late models. How was Daytona? Tell me what it was like being up on them big high banks.
It's definitely different than what you're used to, because when you think about it, Daytona, so it's definitely a very intimidating track when you go there and look at it in past, and you're literally going down the straightaway is boring as all hell. So when you get into the turn, it just feels like someone just punches you in the stomach and all the wind gets knocked out of you.
Yeah. It's not like going out on the interstate and running 99 mile an hour, is it?
No, it's definitely not.
But it's fun. It really is enjoyable. It's not boring like some people think it is, but it is. It's actually it's pretty big rush, isn't it?
It is. It's a very big rush. I wasn't able to do drafting at all, but hopefully, well, we're going to obviously drafting for practice and everything coming up for the race, but we weren't able to do it then. But what can you do? There's a lot of teams that weren't really drafting testing days.
What's you said Roger Carter, you're running for him and you're trying to get in full time. I'm sure sponsorship has a lot to do with it. It is, how's that search coming?
It's definitely hard. We've been in contact with some sponsorships, but I mean, it hasn't really gone anywhere. So finding sponsors is definitely a hard thing right now.
Being on the female side of it, have you found it being a lot more difficult? Are the sponsors and all that not accepting? You know, I know you can drive, and I know there's a lot of people out there that know you can drive, but have you found that to be a hindrance?
No, being a female is not a hindrance, whether it's sponsorship-wise or driving-wise. It's just the economy is not good, and when you go looking for sponsors, they can't really put $30,000 one race, if not more, into you for one weekend. So it's definitely, being a female is definitely not an issue on that department.
Good. Well, I didn't think it was. I wasn't, but a lot of people look at it, you know, might say, hey, you know, oh, she's a girl, we're not gonna, you know, we're not gonna do that, you know, and I didn't know if that was the case, if you had any of that problem.
No, not at all. A lot of other drivers and other people think it's easy to find a sponsor since I am a female, but it's actually the same whether you're a guy or a girl. You run into the same problems that companies don't have the money right now to do anything.
Yeah, well, and that's true. That's a lot of places are struggling very much. So, what's the future for Cassie Gannis? What are you going to do now?
Well, hopefully go to ARCA and then go from there. We're gonna do the Daytona race and kind of plan it all from there and find sponsorship and work my way up and see how it goes.
You know what? You're in Arizona. What are you doing right now?
Well, right now I am sitting in my car because I got off work. I work full time. I've been at work since 5 o'clock this morning.
So you're at work. What do you guys race down there quite a bit here in the wintertime, don't you?
Not really. Not here. There's a track down in Tucson that I run at, and they have a race in February as well, and they pick up after that. But not really in the wintertime. We don't really race that much.
Yeah, I figured you might be out, dune bugging or laying on the beach, or you've got that beautiful. And the reason I say it is it's cold as hell up here right now.
Not as bad as it was a couple of weeks ago.
No, it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. Well, Cassie, give your sponsors a plug here. We're gonna get you out of here and get you going.
Yeah, no, I want to thank Dancers at work. They've been really well to me, as well as interviewmcdan.com, and they've been amazing. I want to thank my mom and dad for supporting me and keeping me going and everything.
Always got to thank them parents.
Exactly.
So, let me get this taken care of. Okay. All right. Well, listen. Enjoy it. Good luck at Daytona. Call us when you get back from there. Let's hear how you did, and of course, and that's only a couple of weeks away too, isn't it? What, 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
I think it's 3 weeks or 4 weeks, something like that. I think it's 30.
So, but good luck. Be safe, and go out and win one.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see what happens in Daytona, so you never know.
You never know. Okay, Cassie.
Talk to you later.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I like her too.
I'm surprised you let Danny get off so quick and easily.
Well, I'm trying to get into that motivation of keeping things going, and Danny would have stayed on forever. I think, but I knew what he was. I thought he was working, but he's down there. He's working for Meckham. I think is what he's doing down there. So we'll get him back on here. I know he'll come back on. So I was trying to keep the pace rolling here. I wasn't trying to drag things out like I'm usually doing. So.
So what do you think about the new Fanatics takeover thing here?
I don't know. Let's see how. I guess I need to see
how the first 2-3 races pan out.
I mean, is it going to be? They're going to have just like a few trailers, or?
And I don't know whose are they going to sell. Is it going to be everybody? Is
I
it
think
going
it's
to
supposed to be everybody.
How's that going to work out? So.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
So yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda. We'll have to see. And.
I like just walking out through the trailers.
Well, and that's what I was saying. It is so nice, and everybody's got their own there.
Shtick, right?
They got their own shtick. It was, best way to put it. But yeah, and it's cool. I always enjoyed doing it. I called it Smut Row. So yeah.
I was going to use a little
less. I always called it Smut Row. I always did. But it was cool. It was fun. You saw the different fans.
Oh, yeah.
And you just didn't. You saw everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the doctors and the lawyers, and you saw the blue collar people out there walking around and supporting
Everybody
their
was a
favorite
NASCAR fan, and that was it.
driver. Period.
Everybody had
That's
something
what it
common,
is.
yeah.
And it was always cool, and the fan fanatics. Those were always fun to see.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully that doesn't really go away.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, used to be you'd have every once in a while a driver go out and be at one of the haulers and
You always get
autograph sessions and stuff. But
so and that's always cool to do. So
let's while y'all are talking, I'll see if I can get some more info on it.
there it is, right there.
It's supposed to be a 10-year agreement. Supposed to deliver fans an enhanced experiential shopping environment.
Yeah, put them glasses on, Doc.
No, EXPERIENTIAL, experiential. So tell me, is it supposed to be experimental or an exponential? What?
Enhanced experimental shopping environment.
Why would they want to be experimental? Then the people would know if they're going to
Because if it doesn't work, they can bring the trailers back. You know.
Makes the company the primary retailer of NASCAR team and driver merchandise at all 38 Sprint Cup Series race weekends. So
What are you looking at? Is this like
that's in the
JC?
second paragraph.
No. Where is this?
Yeah. Second paragraph.
Put your glasses on. You got a big screen.
I see it. I see it. Fine.
I gotta tilt my head back with the bifocals.
Cole Witt lands the job at front row. Is he going to drive?
Where are you reading?
Yes.
Oh,
Or are they going to be a
Yeah,
two-car team now?
Yeah.
With
No, I don't know about two car. I'm not sure about height.
Oh no, front row. I'm sorry. I was thinking of furniture row. I was thinking Martin Truex is that furniture row.
Right.
Yeah, front row is with
He's going to be the number third car in their stable.
yeah. Because front row, that's where Hudson's at with No, that's Tommy Baldwin. He's at Tommy Baldwin. Front row.
He's
Okay.
not even with Tommy Baldwin, really. He handles Michael Lynette,
Yeah.
but he's not part of that team.
Yeah, no, he's with Michael Annette. Yeah, I know what the deal is.
And Tommy Baldwin, you gotta hand it to him. He's done it.
I like him. I really
I've met him
do.
at a number of tracks. I really like his personality, his attitude.
And he's a Yankee.
Well, that helps.
Yeah. There's another name, Tommy Baldwin.
Yeah.
You know, when
Yeah,
you,
that's
when
right,
you go
yeah.
up north, you know, Richie Evans is another name.
I
Everybody.
ran against him.
Yeah. So you know, but yeah, I got to commend Tommy Baldwin. I think he's done it at at the bottom and come his way up. They got a win
Yeah.
with Gilliland,
Yeah.
or was it is it Gilliland or Reagan that won that Talladega race?
Reagan. David Reagan.
David Reagan, and Gilliland pushed him. It was at Talladega. I remember it was at Talladega. So and he's got decent equipment. He's got he's
Right.
doing really well for running against these
High
buck-
dollar teams.
These
Yeah,
very
that's right.
high dollar
Yeah.
teams.
He's digging.
He's
scraping.
digging real well.
He's making everything he can.
Now,
John Force, we're gonna go to drag racing a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
The old truck driver. Yeah.
Peak
Yeah.
antifreeze. He's got a 3-year deal, I think, with that.
What is it? All right.
Running Chevys. He's back in Chevys where
Yep.
he originally started. So kudos to him. He wants to keep running. 60-some years old and can still do
4
it.
mile at a time.
Let him go. Let him dig. It's cool. So, I don't know. You know what? It's just kind of a lull. It's just kind of a,
Slow time of the year.
It's the
Slow time of the
off-season
year.
time.
Yeah.
So, we're trying to read up here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm already.
Oh, Junior Motorsports is starting up a truck team.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who did they buy?
I can't think of who they're going to put into it.
Well, who was it?
I can't think of the name right now.
Eric McClure's going to be going and running in another team in the 24 car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to the 24 car.
Now, I thought that was Brendan Newberry's car in Nationwide.
I don't know.
Because he had the Q-Core car.
But Junior Motorsports is going to, I don't want to say, look at you. Go to Junior. I don't know who Brendan Newberry's running. No, that was ARCA. 24 is ARCA. That wasn't.
Nope.
What's the how do you say the new name? Xfinity.
Xfinity.
Xfinity. What is Xfinity?
Xfinity, it's like Comcast. I think it's a division of Comcast.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Comcast, which is like Cox Cable, which is
Yeah.
like a cable company. I have DirecTV.
I'm not gonna mention mine, it's so poor.
I want to tell you what, DirecTV, I will. It is very
I'll get
good.
arrested for slander if I talk about mine.
Yeah, I bet I know whose it is. So yeah, I can understand that. But DirecTV's been great. I really do. I really enjoy it. I enjoy the new MAV TV,
Haven't even heard
which
of
is motorsports,
that.
and Velocity's got some really good shows on there. So.
Do you remember when we originally met Brendan Newberry?
It was out of Langley.
No, I
At the
mean
K&N.
when we had him on the show. This was back when he was running still on the West Coast, with Carson Motorsports, Terry Carson.
Oh, okay.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Oh,
Yeah.
long time ago. I've been doing this too long.
Okay, Grandpa.
Shoot, we've been doing this show
7.
since at least 2005.
7. I think I started coming here in 7. 07.
And I've been actually
7
posting
years.
stuff since
I took it-
2001.
2-year hiatus. I took
That's
11
right.
and
Yeah,
I took 12 and 13 off. Came back a little bit last year. No, I took 13 and 14 off. Yeah, 13 and 14. So, and I'm back this year.
Making guest appearances.
Making guest appearance every now and then till work takes off.
How would you like to have Betty Griffin call in real quick?
Who's Betty Griffin?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe not.
No.
I thought it was a race.
Because I got to go to the store, and it's 8:03.
She has a Facebook page called Pages NASCAR's Hottest Link.
No,
Something like that.
no. No.
Oh, inside
Let's look at it before we bring it on. We're gonna do dirt all next week, and I got some really great. You're gonna come down next week.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah, you're gonna be here next week.
All right, okay.
You have him and Brian both, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you and Brian.
All right,
So yeah, come on down.
okay.
Brian Tidball, Virginia Motor Speedway, and we're getting the whole crew together. Let me tell you, it's going to be a fun night. We're going to go an hour and a half. We're going to go an hour and a half. We're going to have 6 guests.
That's still 50% shy of the record.
We went 2.5 hours.
We did a 3-hour show. Remember that one time with Kyle Petty?
Oh yeah, we did 3 hours that night. Yeah, that's right. Wow, that was.
And that's
good.
not even counting when we would go to the NASCAR Sports Grill and did it live out there. Remember we had that one drunk guy come up to Dan Brody, Nationwide driver,
Oh yeah, that was.
about being gay and stuff.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that was funny. Are you too gay? No. We had Al Pearce there that night. We had Sean Beluzzo, Dan Brody came down. Who else was there? Mike Waltney came down. That's a pretty good show.
Oh, Frank Denny and some friends from there.
Yeah, Frank brought a couple of his drivers down.
It was snowing on the way back for him.
Yeah, I ended up snowing on the way back. Yeah. Down at NASCAR Cafe. We've had some fun.
NASCAR Sports Grill.
NASCAR Sports Group. Yeah, not
Yeah.
NASCAR Cafe. Sports drill.
You know, first
We
thing.
got to get some places to go this year. We got to do some summer ones.
Well, the problem is if we start doing that, the people aren't going to have the bandwidth for this stuff.
Okay.
I remember when we went to, well, you didn't go with us. We went to the Iowa's,
Knoxville Nationals.
Knoxville
Doug
Nationals.
Smith on there.
We started to broadcast live from there. We took down the whole freaking Hall of Fame network.
oh,
That means the cash registers, everything. The guy that we were working with, it wasn't the president, but the other guy that was in charge of the museum. He come running up. What do y'all do? What do y'all do? So we're just running the show. He says,
Doug Smith.
Everything
You got
went
to interview
down.
Doug Smith. Flagman at Knoxville
Yep.
Nationals.
but yeah, we took.
I know a secret about him. And I think everybody knows it. I think everybody's figured out and knows it, but nobody knew it for the longest time. He's blind in his left eye.
Oh, we heard. He talked about that.
Yeah. Not a lot of people knew that for the longest time.
But his son also flags.
Son flags, and they play Jackson. I think they South Sioux City, and they've got like 5 or 6 tracks that they go to. And his son does it too now.
We're gonna have.
So, and he's from South Dakota.
we started doing this dirt stuff, we're gonna have to cram a whole lot of stuff in that wee bit of time.
Oh yeah, we got some,
You're gonna,
got some heavy hitters
are you
lined
gonna
up.
see if Alice wanna come for that too?
If Al wants to come. I want Al to come. Come on.
You know you're gonna have not much room.
So that's all right.
I can do 3 chairs.
So if Al wants to, but I called Brian today. We were talking about a couple of
Or
things,
do like me, you sit over here on the backside and chat.
and I said let's put together a dirt show, all dirt show. He says yep. He says when do you want me there? He says I can't do it this weekend. He's going to Pennsylvania to do a
Spinning your wheels?
PRI show type thing,
Right.
performance racing. PRI, performance racing show in York, Pennsylvania. I think is where he is this weekend. So he said, yeah, he'd love to come down and do it next weekend. So we're gonna have some fun.
Let me see if
We're gonna have a colonel.
Let me see if I can get a.
Oh!
We're gonna have a colonel. We're gonna have a barefoot. We're gonna have a.
Hey, I can get the general from out here at Langley if we want.
He doesn't know who I'm talking about. When
No, I
say
know,
that.
I understand, but I'm just playing off on the word.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the generals out here at Langley, I met him at Richmond
Oh, really?
and talked with him, and he's actually one of our customers here. So anytime we want to bring him in and have the Air Force talk about their involvement with
Their
NASCAR
program,
and things like this, it's.
I want to go for a jet ride.
I almost got one.
I'd love to go. I would do that.
I had.
Bring your own bucket
I wouldn't eat a damn thing before this. I know better.
for 2 days.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat for 2 days. But you know what? Being in a race car and stuff like that, I'd probably be pretty close to.
Yep. You want me to take you up flying in a regular plane and see if you can handle that?
No, I've done that.
Outside
Oh,
loops?
that's not a problem.
Outside loops.
Yeah,
You know what outside loop is?
that's.
That's inside loop. Outside loop is where your head is.
Oh, parabolas? Yeah, no, I got no problems with that. Let's get out of here. I'm hungry. You're buying, and I got to go to Walmart. Have a good night. We will see you all next week.
Wait till I get over here.
All dirt. All dirt.
I wonder if I can make a few phone calls up north.
I already got that. Oh, believe me.
All right, okay, you got it covered.
Are you
Yeah.
finished? Oh, you're,
Yeah. Bye. Good night. See you later. We were already talking after show.